こんばんは。脳的男性 Vtuber ヤトのHakuyaです。Hello, hello, hello. It's your sun raven Vtuber Yato no Hakuya. How's it going, everyone? It's a little bit of a later start than I was expecting. I actually originally intended to do a 6 p.m. stream. It's now 7:07. Unfortunate. Things like that happen all the time. Actually, the reason why I was late wasn't... Oh my gosh, I am so unorganized. Was that I was actually in another VTuber stream chat. Chatting in their stream. And I completely forgot about the scheduling. I ended up making my thumbnail just a little bit before stream started. Which is a little bit unfortunate, but sometimes it really can't be helped. Now, if you're wondering about the title of the stream, what did I title it? What did I title it? It's called Kicking the Fox is a Mistake. Yes. So if you look at my previous stream, which was also supposed to be a NeuroCloud stream, the title was Kick the Fox. And my VTuber sister, Kuroko Imai, she excuse me. My VTuber sister, Kuroko Imai, is a fox VTuber. She's an interdimensional fox. And she told me not to kick the fox, and I said I was gonna kick the fox! And lo and behold, as soon as I started up the game, it went on maintenance. So that's what I get. That's what I get for kicking the fox. I've learned my lesson. I've been wakarased, as the Japanese like to say. Wakasareta. Wakaserareta. Oh. Wakaraserareta. I've been taught my lesson. I won't do it again. I promise. I won't kick the fox ever again, because now I've learned that kicking the fox kills the servers. Don't harm your local Bitcoin dealer. It will not end well. It will not end well. This is why no one messes with the Merchants Guild. Hello, Sologian. How's it going? Have you been well since yesterday? I know you died a couple times. When we ended up switching over to Death Road to Canada, you died a couple times. It wasn't so bad. You know, it wasn't that bad. It could have been worse. You could have turned into a demon and then have your head exploded. That didn't happen. Didn't happen to you. You know, I didn't even mind that Kazari turned into a demon. I didn't even mind that Kazari turned into a demon. Cause you know, look at this place. Canada's a terrible place. A demon would fit right in. You know, it wouldn't even be that out of place, you know, next to the geese and the moose. Couple times. You got better. Yeah, you got better. You always do. You're too witty. Unfortunately, it turns out that wits are not that good in that game. It turns out just being really strong and really tough, really athletic and very, very strong is much better than being smart in that game. Who would have thunk? You know, we hired our gun expert who didn't have enough guns. His guns all got robbed from him, which was terrible. We were doing so well too, and then I took out the Molotov and burned everyone to death. I burned everyone to death, and it was just the dog? The dog, the dog and I believe it was either you or Dank. I wasn't expecting the Molotov to just blow up on me. I guess you're not supposed to use it indoors. It's like maybe an outdoors only weapon. Because it didn't... When I threw that Molotov, it didn't fly anywhere. It just instantly set off. And we all burned to death. Unfortunate. So, you know, if there's ever a zombie epidemic or whatever, a zombie swarm, a horde in America, and you're trying to make your way to Canada, apparently Tai Chi is the way to go. Apparently Tai Chi is the way to go. Don't even bother with the guns. Don't even bother with weapons. Just learn Tai Chi. Just get really buff and learn Tai Chi. That's the best way to survive the zombie apocalypse. So apparently the demon event, I was doing a little bit of reading up so I wouldn't play so bad next time. Apparently the demon event can actually be good if you have food, but we had 0 food. I didn't make any stops because I thought we would just win, get to the finish line. But no. Apparently if you have at least 1 food, you can feed the demon and he'll give you an upgrade. He'll give you a power up. And I should have known that. If only we had just 1 piece of food, would have gotten a really strong character. Kazari would have become a really strong demon, and Kazari would have led us to Canada. Or rather, would have led Dank and my mod Sayo to Canada. I was already dead. It's fine, I was never in America in the first place. I'm safe here in Canada. I was just astrally projecting myself down to Florida. I don't know what came over me to do that, though. Why anyone would want to go to Florida. Not in Canada. No, I'm right here. This is Canada. Look in my background. I'm in Canada. I've always been in Canada. I never left. I never left Canada. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. That's why the zombies couldn't get into Canada. We have dangerous wildlife. The big bears, the grizzly bears, or I guess they call them the brown bears down in the States. The brown bears, the goose, the moose. What else do we have that are deadly? Beavers. Beavers are nasty little things. And worse, we've got the Mounties. Terrifying. The Mounties don't ride horses anymore. Nowadays they ride bicycles. An imposing man or woman in red and a funny hat riding a bicycle menacingly towards you. Any polar bears in Canada? Maybe up where I live. Maybe up here. Drinking Coca-Cola with Santa Claus. Alright, enough talk, enough chit-chat. We're gonna finally finish the story before the event ends, and we will never be able to read it again. Let's head over into our game. Oh, it's not. Oh, of course it's not capturing. I changed it to Let's Road to Canada. There we go. You ready to have fun? We're gonna go back to reading a story. We're going back to story time. Alrighty then. Where did we leave off at last time? Chapter 13? Oh gosh. It's a little bit laggy. Alright. So just for the sake of, I guess continuity, we'll quickly breeze through the stuff that we read last time. But I will talk a little bit about just what are important. There's 19 parts and this is part 13, so we're a little more over halfway. It should be fine. Everything is fine. Everything is under control. We're gonna be all right. What an exciting plot. I feel lucky to have been able to accompany you. Snowball, do you remember the question you asked me earlier? You mean back at the theater? I didn't expect you to remember. What do they think entertainment? Where does that desire come from? If it's all pre-programmed, then is it a real, true desire? Or rather, is it just a false pursuit produced as an imitation? What do you think, Professor? The AI is asking the human a question. Back then, the statues going wild interrupted my answer. I believe that after seeing what lies before you, you should have your answer now. How unexpected, but yes, it is a good answer. Still, I have one more question. Do you think this outcome is correct? What do you mean? These AIs are too high-strung. Their instructions never ordered them to be this excited. Agents developing their own thoughts and defying their designer's original intentions. Do you think this is correct? She looks at me, and her eyes gleam with the reflected stage lights, as though an entire cosmos was contained with... What is with this prose? Sir, are you in love? From her serious tone, I suddenly realized that perhaps the answer to this question was the ultimate objective of her journey to this place. I don't like it, but it has already happened. Eos gives me a sly wink. Oh, she was happy with that. So what if it has already happened? Have you tried exerting your authority to revert it? Or are you saying there's something more important instead? I could tell you if you come to the Oasis. I marvel at your ability to compose polite refusals. You know I have work to do. Still, no matter what my answer is, you can have your own answer. Besides, I cannot influence your will. No matter how much we discuss it, it has already happened, and anyone is free to take whatever answers they wish from it. Freedom! What a truly valuable thing it is in Magracy. She sighs and looks away. I follow her eyes towards the sky, which is bright as a day. This might be the first day that Burbank has ever seen. I hope the agents don't get the wrong impression from it. And what would the wrong impression be? For instance, that the sun is made by the earth. Yet that is not entirely impossible. After all, are Magracy's sun and stars all not created objects? Day after day, it rises in the east and sets in the west. It travels its path without stopping, its mission clear in its heart, and it sees nothing else. Is there still nothing even now? Now there is. No, perhaps there always was, from a long time ago. So this conversation, like as I said last time, it has two meanings. Right? They're talking about what's happening on the stage. But they're also talking about whether or not this woman, the antivirus, should be hunting down any AI that develops their own consciousness. He won't stop now just because you praised him. Though he's being held at bay by the two of them, the mysterious warrior Omega does not panic. He calmly holds his ground. He's planning to absorb the sector's operands. We need to find a way to cut the connection between his section of the stage and the main control platform. It's way too complicated for me. However, watch this. That's just ridiculous. Not even Persicaria could do that. Oh yes, I think this might be Meryl's handiwork. These are some truly outrageous special effects. I believe our bracelets should be the last two left. How should we deal with them, Professor? We're mysterious warriors as well, obviously. Sol and Nishida defeat the enterprised Omega and pin him down to the stage. Oh, great, cool. Oh, we actually already finished 13. Well, how silly of me. And then we got this little scene where Nanaka gives the little girl an invitation to meet her heroes later on. You know, you have to tell children simple lies. Simple lies that are also the truth. You can't confuse them. They don't understand things like, oh, this person was a bad guy, but they're actually a good guy, but they've always been a bad guy. But actually, no, they're actually a good guy. And things were just complicated. No, we'll just say, from the very beginning, they were a good guy and they were just pretending. Yeah. That's how children work. You know? That's how children work. Just tell them something very simple. Don't make it too complicated. They can't connect the dots. Because I know people. Kids are not as dumb as you think. They're not as dumb as you think. But they're not that smart. Kids are not that smart. But they're not as dumb as you think. Some kids can be a little bit smarter than others. But oftentimes adults, they underestimate kids a bit too much. I think this is a somewhat healthy balance, though this child is a little bit naive. Oh, thank you, big sis. The little agent happily accepts the autograph. Can't I go in to fight along with N? Believe in them. Justice will always triumph over evil, right? Omega wasn't enterprised for very long. He's a pawn. Someone sacrificed an agent to achieve their aim and keep themselves safe. But who could be behind this? Apparently there's more and more statues still being infected. If we don't find their source soon, then there'll be agent casualties once the operands from the bracelets run out. Professor, what should we do now? We find the mastermind. Whoever did this would have an understanding of the statue's structure, and sought to use the unstable nature of their basic neuroclouds to entropize them. Do you mean Puzzle? Where's Puzzle right now? She should have been in the backstage break room. Let's go and check the scene again. Cat with multicolored fur sits on an empty chair, licking its claws as it looks innocently at us. The agent on watch was knocked out. It's the fox. Guys, let's not kick her. We can't kick her. If we kick her again, the server's gonna crash. Could it be that Miss Puzzle was really the one behind everything? I find that hard to believe. Ugh. Wait a minute, where did you come from? Miss Merrill said that she'd finished gathering the bracelet's operands, so she wanted me to come over. She even had me bring this to you. The video logs. Let me see, a group of Enterprise statues took Puzzle away. Indeed, she did show us her ability to control the statues. How interesting. Professor, do you think she escaped? At any rate, let's find her first. But how do we find her? It's time to use that, Persicaria. Are o tsukauzo. Persicaria. Are. I give Persicaria a meaningful look, and she nods in understanding. A moment, please. I took the liberty of planting a tracking device on Puzzle, just in case we could locate her. Wait a minute. Are you that kind of organization? Wow, Persicaria, you thought of everything. Isn't that something like only villains do? Don't sweat the small stuff. Besides, Puzzle's really suspicious right now. Alright then, why did you only think of that now? Well, my attention was focused on Mysterious Warrior Omega until now. I had no time to think about Puzzle. My guess is she must have been aiming for that chance. Let me see. Got her. Puzzle's location is back in her workshop. Looks like we'll have to go pay her another visit. We'll split up. Eos, Nashida, and I will shut down the statues and recover their neural clouds. Persicaria, you take Sol and Ranko to Puzzle's workshop to look for her. Understood. Persicaria and the other two quickly depart. Let's go. Time is precious. Hang on. Professor? I have something to tell everyone. Eos, I need you to help me with something. Sometime later, Persicaria, Sol, and Ranko arrive at Puzzle's workshop. Puzzle's location hasn't moved from here. This is it. The once brightly lit workshop is now pitch black. The curtains block out the moonlight, and the entire place is very dark. The door closes silently behind Persicaria and the others, cutting off the last of the light. That's strange. Why are the lights out? Hang on, I'll look for a switch. Please and thank you, Ranko. This place is too dark. Sol, why are you trembling? I mean, aren't a dark place and creepy statues a really bad combination? It would be even worse too if something else appeared. Well, so far they're only our voices. In other words, there might be an extra voice popping out at any time. No. And if there is, they're definitely our enemy. Phew, well, if they're an enemy, then I'll just have to defeat them. Soul takes a deep breath and tightens her grip on her twin swords. Hang on, Soul. What? Don't scare me like that. Where's Ranko? Silence. It's as though Ranko has dissolved into the darkness. Even her voice has completely vanished. Come on, don't scare me like this. Ranko? Ranko? Ranko, are you there? Answer me! Soul's voice echoes through the darkened workshop, but she doesn't hear anything other than echoes. No, she does hear something. Squish. Squish. 3 years of Kirito's made a glopping noise as it flowed endlessly into Asuna. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. Sticky sounds come from all around her, reminiscent of densely packed movement. It sounds like worms crawling around behind her ears, but also like something's trying to break out of its cocoon. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to expose you guys to that. I'm so sorry. But it's like the one thing about SAO that stuck in my mind. I just found it too ridiculous, but it was real. It was some amazing prose. Something doesn't feel right. Persicaria, can you pinpoint Puzzle's exact location? Judging by the coordinates, we should be close by, but I can't see the surroundings clearly. I'll make a light. Wait, you could make a light the whole time? Why didn't you just do that from the start? Hello, Dank. How's it going? You heard it too, huh? A ball of red glowing operans gathers in Soul's palm, illuminating a small region. How should I say this? Feels even creepier than before. Don't say it, Persicaria. Let's find her. She's less than 10 meters away from us. Due left and forward. Soul takes a deep breath and walks ahead, holding her light out in front of her. 1 step. 2 steps. 3 steps. I get the feeling that I'm going to find something really scary, so please, get behind me first in case I can't protect you. Relax, no need to be so tense. I see her, it's Puzzle. Within the limited range of her illumination, Soul and Persicaria see Puzzle lying motionless on the ground. Okay, she hasn't become super gross yet. Could it be that those squishy noises weren't made by her? That might not be. Let's prepare to defend ourselves, and then slowly move in. Psh. Something darts past and snatches away the operans in Soul's hand, plunging the surroundings back into darkness. Ah! What was that? Soul, did you see it? I didn't. What was that just now? No. I can't hear anything clearly this way. I need to calm down. Soul slowly calms herself down and focuses on listening to the noises around her. The workshop is silent, even though squishy noises have vanished. Meow. A cat meows ferociously from behind Soul and Persicaria. Soul almost jumps, and then whirls around while putting her swords up. Clang. Ugh! Something hit me! The meowing is coming from diagonally behind her this time. Soul swiftly moves to block, and the crisp sound of another impact fills the air. The hell was that? Can the entropics meow now? Are there really any entropics like that? Compared to entropics, I've heard more ghost stories involving cats. Don't scare me anymore! After griping for a bit, Soul finds that it helps her calm down in this unusual battle. She slows her clock speed to a minimum, and her senses expand like never before. They're using clock speed as a synonymous term with breathing. This game is made for nerds. This game was made for computer nerds. Enough to pick up all the movements around her. There's a faint sloshing, glopping, squishing noise of something rubbing against something. Oh god, that's... Oh god, it was supposed to be a joke, okay? It was just supposed to be a joke. Please. The noise of Persicaria's healing device running. The wind, nearby scraping. Something else is moving, besides that cat. But the enemy is hidden, while we're in the open, so we're at a disadvantage. Where's the nearest window? I think to see a light. It should be here. Can't let myself be found out. Persicaria, I can't see anything. I'm so scared. Where are you? Please let me hold your hand. Despite saying this, Soul quietly moves in the opposite direction. Oh my gosh, Soul's being a big brain. Soul's being a big brain. This is amazing. This is it. Soul grabs the curtain covering the big window. However, at almost the same time, she hears the sound of the wind from behind her. Crap, was it a trap? By just a hair's breadth, something bounds out of the darkness and blocks the hit directed at Soul. The moonlight streams in through the window, illuminating the place, and the attacker hidden in the darkness no longer has concealment. So it was you. The form that appears in the cold white light is hideously distorted, but also incredibly familiar. I knew it! It was you! This whole time! Ronco! It was the fox! I was right! I was right to kick the fox. I don't trust my sister anymore. Okay? Kuroko, I don't trust you anymore. You're covering for this traitor. This devious sly fox. I didn't think you were that capable, Puzzle. A soft, multicolored cat wobbles as it retreats back to Soul's side. Ronco, so it was you, Mia. So it was you, Mia. What a twist! What a twist. I wasn't expecting that. But I knew the cat was suspicious. I was right on the money the whole time. Kuroko. Freaking Kuroko. Telling me not to kick the cat. Telling me not to kick the fox. Turns out I was right the whole time to kick her. You actually ambushed me. It was legitimate self-defense. Persicaria, knock her out and take her away. Yes. Wait, you savages! I'm against violence! Listen to me, just hear me out. You're not gonna summon statues to attack us anymore, are you? No, not anymore. Look at the state of me now. I yield. Isn't that enough? I did install neural clouds in those statues, but they were definitely harmless. They had no berserk functions in them. Then why did you put neural clouds in them? For the pursuit of art, of course. Oh my gosh. For the pursuit of art? And your pursuit involves causing all this chaos? Well, can what an artist creates be called chaos? Typical. Typical. This is why we need to round up all the artists in the world. We need to round them all up. Put them in a box somewhere. So they can stop causing chaos. This is the pursuit of art in its utmost. To summon up inspiration. Don't these inspire something in you? Like what the explorers saw when they beheld the statues within a sunken spiral city? I'll let you say one more thing. Go ahead. I really didn't do it. Do you think you could catch me now if it really was me? I don't know, man. I'm gonna choose to be a little dummy right now, just because I want to bully her. If that's all you can say, then do it, Persicaria. I won't let you go even after I'm reset. Upon seeing that her arguments are ineffective, Puzzle puts up her hands to protect her face and wails in despair. Professor, are we really going to do this? Nah. Nah, I was just messing with you. Eh? You were bluffing me? You don't look like the culprit. But we don't have any evidence to prove at the moment. If you want to prove your innocence, then you'll have to help us find the real mastermind. Even if you say that I'm just a sculptor, what can I do? How did you install neuroclouds in those statues? It doesn't look like something dolls are authorized to do. Well, if you want to make something really good, then you need to look at the world from a different point of view, right? Transferring neuroclouds is a piece of cake, even for me. With the right kind of carrier, even becoming a cat would be easy. In the past, oh, she's gonna regret that. In the past, I often became a cat and went about observing agents to gather material for my creations. That's an artist's trade secret. Good. Wait, what are you going to do? Just do as I say. As long as you stay within view of me, it will prove your innocence. Also, once the real mastermind finds that we've tied you up, they'll definitely make a move. Freaking 5-dimensional thinking right here. Back to the present, in Puzzle's workshop. I see now. You left your empty shell here, but moved your neural cloud to the cat. Like I said, just about everything in Burbank sector has been through my hands. So how could there be such a fancy critter like that here? This is the power of an artist. Yeah. Puzzle leans up against Soul's leg, a small patch of deep purple on her colorful back. Are you alright, Puzzle? It's just a scratch. Whose fault do you think it is that I had to save you from a sneak attack anyway? Sorry. Go hide. Ladies, don't you think you're taking me a little bit too lightly by discussing your battle plans in front of me? Guys, I think she's evil. I think she's like really evil. Look at that smile. Look at that devious, foxy smile on her face. I'll never trust a fox again. No matter how fluffy their tails look. Ranko waves her tail, and purplish black vapors slowly fill the... Oh no! Oh no, she's using her fox musk on us. I don't have a smell fetish. Please. Please stop it. I don't have a smell fetish. Please stop. All the statues in this workshop are my weapons. I'll eliminate all of you. Why did you do this, Miss Ranko? Trying to stall for time so help can arrive? Don't try to be smart. I'm the strong one now. The weak don't deserve to negotiate terms with me. Now die! Her foxy musk. Damn it, looks like there's no choice but to fight. Suits me just fine. The entire gallery starts to shudder, and the statues all around them begin to wake up, an ominous light in their eyes. Faced with the hordes of statues, Persicaria and Soul have no choice but to avoid them. But there's less and less room to maneuver. Yes, that's right. Die, just like that. Once I deal with you, the professor and company will be nothing more than pathetic little animals in my trap. Look at that smile. Look at that smile, that devious smile. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Look at that. Don't trust foxes, my friends. I will never trust a fox again. Every fox I see from now on will be kicked. No matter what. Even my sister Kuruko. And you. Did you think I couldn't see you, Puzzle? Meow, you sure are sharp. And here I am, just a tiny little thing. I'm sorry, what? I just noticed. She's not Puzzle, she's Purzle. Oh my gosh, the game is being cute. The writer is being cute. She's not Puzzle anymore, she's now Purzle. Perzel. Wait. I know you won't let me off, but there's something I have to say, Meow. Are you trying to buy time? Not really. I really want to live, and I don't care if others live or die. Can't you make a deal and let me off? Just me? Puzzle, you... No, you Molly. Is this how you pay us back for risking our lives to save you? By selling us out? Oh, come off it. You didn't even know I was working with the professor. You were here to catch me. Even a little kitty like me won't take it lying down when you mobilize a huge gang of people to bully me. Shut up, all of you! Oh my gosh, the villains... The villain is sick of your shit. Tell me, what are you offering in exchange? Haven't you ever felt bothered by how I could make basic neural clouds in the Burbank sector and then graft them? Is this valuable to me? It's the perfect way to disguise things. Think about it. You've been entropized now, so if you could disguise your entropized parts as a freshly created normal neural cloud, don't you think you could trick the sanctifiers? Tell me how. Go, check my body. No, not me, Perzel. The real Puzzle's body. The moment Ranko turns around, Perzel seizes the opportunity to dart through the statues, protecting Ranko and bite her tail. Ranko flicks her tail and slams Perzel to the ground. Oh god. I got a mouthful of stinky fox fur. Oh my god. But it's fluffy. The fox fur is fluffy, but no! Foxes are bad. Foxes are bad. We're not gonna mofu the mofu. Got you now, you damn cat. Does anyone find it kind of funny how a cat and a fox are fighting and most people see foxes as basically cats? Ranko plants a foot on Perzel and looms down over her. Shh, I can't do this. There we go. Unable to react in time, Perzel is squished into a furry pan cat. A furry pan cat. Her legs splayed open. Oh, that's kind of... Oh. You really thought you could fool me so easily? I was just waiting to see what tricks you would pull. Who would have thought your last performance would be so clumsy? You fail as an artist, but you're just downright to be a clown. Oh my god! Oh my god! She is ruthless. The burns. Watchers of tragedy. Just die already. Arise! Crack, crack, crack. Just as Ranko is about to finish Perzel off, the statues suddenly begin to shudder. Right after that, the sound of explosions fill the air, one after another. You! Ranko is stunned. It is only then that she realizes that there's a small controller device in between the tufts of Perzel's hair. As Sol and Persicaria make a mess of things with their resistance, the cable stealthily extends towards the control terminal. So that string of nonsense was actually a code? You are fainting? This is your own work. Oh no, my strength! Ha! I am a very picky artist. There's no way I'd acknowledge such ugly statues as my work, which means all I can do is destroy them. And it doesn't bother me at all. It's your own fault that your aesthetic sense sucks. That's enough! Now die! Bam! The door to the workshop suddenly flies open. Sol, Persicaria, we're here! It's Nishida and the professor! Professor, mission accomplished. Make sure you keep your word and cover your workshop damages. Yeah. I've only lost a few statues. I won't admit defeat. Ranko sends Perzel flying with a kick and suddenly springs up. Oh no, it's not kick the fox, it's kick the cat. This whole time it was actually kick the cat. The purple traces of enterprisation spreading over her hands. Don't try to stop me. I'll kill everyone in my way. Just watch. This is what I've always wanted. What we traders always wanted. Absolute power. Ranko? A familiar voice interrupts Ranko's train of thought. She turns stiffly towards the entrance. There, in that brightly lit world, stands a familiar figure, shining down on her. Miss Riko? On the pathetic visage of this girl in the darkness, raving about power. Yeah, this is good. This is good. These are some good developments. These are some good developments. That's why I enjoy this game so much. I'm excited to read. The payoff is there. It's good. The payoff is right there. It's magnifique. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. Kaboom. Professor, the statues blocking the doorway have suddenly collapsed. Looks like Puzzle's plan worked. Move in quickly and support her. There aren't any other agents here to get caught up in the fighting, so you can go all out. Got it. Eos, Riko, let's head in too. Professor, it's what you said really true? You'll have to find out for yourself. The building's lights are still off when we enter Puzzle's workshop, and so the only illumination within are 2 blocks of light from the window and doorway. Even though she's been surrounding us, Ranko still hasn't realized how serious things are yet. All she does is stare dumbly at Riko, who stands in the light. Divided by the doorway, the two of them stand in completely different worlds, and it seems they will never meet again. This is good. This is good writing. This is good prose. You know, I can imagine this if it were a film. I can just see it already. Riko looking down from a brightly lit doorway on a Ranko that's surrounded by darkness. Oh my gosh, this could work so good as an anime if only Mika Team could actually afford to hire a good anime and not have it ruined by Warner Brothers. You know, Mika Team does not have any money. They don't have any money, so they can't fund an actual anime. They made one for Girls Frontline, but they didn't really make it. That was just Warner Brothers buying the rights to make one and then making something awful. It's so descriptive. It's so good. It's so darn good. Miss Riko? What are you doing here? I did as you said and checked the source of the products, which were the basic neuroclouds that were used for making the statues. The Sanctifiers garrisoned on the edge of the sector detected an entropic reaction and detained me. But how could Riko believe what those tin cans said? But now even the professor is saying that you were the one who brought in those Enterprise items into the Burbank sector. Still, the professor might just be making the whole thing up, right? So Riko wants to hear the answer from you, Ranko. Why are you here? Ranko laughs coldly, and then she glares at me with eyes full of hatred and malice. I've ruined her standing next to her hero. No wonder you sent me over here first. So your objective was Miss Riko. How did you get Miss Riko out of the hands of those Sanctifiers and bring her here? I glance at Eos, and she smiles at me. Oh, I love the player character. So like the player character in this game, the professor, he is not a what do you call it? A self-insert. He has his own characterization. He has a personality. right? It's not just like a choose your own adventure. All of his dialogue is like, he has a past and a history. People who watch the anime are like, oh, the commander in Girls Frontline doesn't have a personality. That's only true for like the first 6 chapters. After that, they actually give him a personality and solidify him as an actual character. So yeah. They never state it outright, but they heavily imply that the commander, and by extension, the player character in NeuroCloud, is a man. And I'm pretty sure they just straight up said the original professor is supposed to be a woman. So I'm glad they actually, like, you know, they made a decision on that. But in Girls Frontline 2, you can actually choose between male and female, as you can in all the games. You can switch at any time. And they actually got voice acting for the commander in Girls Frontline 2. So if you have the male, you have the male voice. If you have the woman, you have the MILF voice, which was, oh my god, female commander's voice is... Mwah. She's like absolutely the wine and the wine and smoke aunt. I signed an NDA and so did Eos. No wonder you asked us to split up. You were looking for Rico all along. But wait, that means you knew Ranko was the mastermind back then, right? How did you guess? Alright, let's read this all. Ranko was the last person to see mysterious warrior Omega. Yeah. How come you came back? Do you not make any noise when you're walking? Lack of presence is also one of my virtues. KTV Agent 1, could you go with me? I need to check your costume too. And after that, Omega was entropized. Not many people would have had the opportunity to attack him. Ranko was the only other person to handle the statues. This concerns the safety of many of the agents in the Burbank sector. What if they go out of control? Then you can go talk to the agent who shipped them, the agent who installed them, the agent who inspected them. In short, anyone but me. Now you're just being unreasonable. Turns out Puzzle was right after all. Shipping, installation, and inspecting. You did all of that. Only one person who had enough knowledge about the statue's workings to do all of this other than Puzzle. This certain person was by our side all this time, leading us to shift our suspicion on to Puzzle. That would be you, Ranko. Every time the statues went berserk, Ranko was always nearby. Wait, isn't that Ranko? There's a fox dressed up like a girl, like a salesgirl, holding all manners of snacks near the stage. She is currently panicking and trying to flee the statues. Your acting skills were excellent, and you even went as far as to place yourself in harm's way. But you were like that in every single incident. I couldn't help but be suspicious, yeah, right? Ranko was always in the right place at the right time. Oh shoot, I didn't see that. ... Did you have doubts about your plan? Or is this something like the murderer always returns to the scene of crime? Not much else that needs to be said. So everything you said just now about suspecting Puzzle was just to mess with my judgment? That's because you were the only suspicious one. I mean, Eos is also suspicious. Before I reached my conclusion, everyone was under suspicion. Professor, you asshole, meow! Okay, I'm saving the screenshot too. Professor, you asshole, meow! No, that's a line. Well, that's the great professor for you. Don't change the subject, Ranko. If a greater sanctifier hadn't shown up outside the sector, Rico might never have had known the truth until the end. You deliberately lured Rico away with the excuse of checking the product supply, so Rico would be far from the entropic crisis that was going to erupt in Burbank, right? ... You didn't change. You were just used by someone, right? ... Oh no. Oh no, Ranko was always a bad girl. See, it's the shy ones you always have to. It's the shy and humble ones you always have to look out for. Say something, Ranko. If you don't say anything, then this really will be your fault. And then not even the professor and I will be able to save you. I never wanted anyone to save me. How many traitors have gone missing before this? Did anyone save them? Rico, there's no way you don't know this better than I do. But even so, you shouldn't have chosen to be entropized. That's because you still fear the Sanctifiers. They are nothing before the power of entropy. Oh? This argument is outdated. Ranko, you're just using your power to bully the agents who are weaker than you. No. Ranko holds a hand out to Rico. Miss Rico, you taught me to treasure my friends, and to protect the reputation and responsibility of the traitors. But you can't save everyone by just distributing the profits we earned. We need power so that we won't be drawn into the crises of each sector and forced to go missing one after another. Ranko, was this what you were doing when you left the Traitor Collective? Ranko's answer to Rico's question is an ambiguous smile. At first, I wanted to get some results before extending the invitation to you. That way you'd find it easier to accept. But now, as you can see, I have power. The people of the Oasis which you worked so hard to suck up to can't even handle me, and I don't even have to lift a finger. A small black dot appears in her palm. It grows, sprouts, and eventually blossoms into a dark purple flower. That's... flashbacks to the parts of the story I haven't read yet. I need to get on that. I need to get on that. Professor, look out. That's a flower from the Pioretus sector. Eos frowns and steps in front of me. The Black Swan gave me this. She said it would give me unlimited power and allow us to break the limits of agents. Won't you come with me, Miss Rico? You have a point. Perhaps we are weak, and perhaps we've sacrificed too much as it is. But what we need are special channels that allow us unarmed traitors to enter and leave safely. That's just borrowing someone else's strength. How many sectors have built these channels so far, and how many of those are still running now? Well, even if there's only a few of them, the number of missing traitors has sharply declined. We can't only look at our losses. Trade during the disconnect is just too dangerous. The fact that we can do stable business without being constantly grabbed by the tail is good enough already. But we can try this way, can't we? Us traders forging our own path, without relying on anyone else. You taught me once that we traders are one. Uncle looks at Rico with pleading eyes. No, not the pleading eyes, not the, no. You know, the little foxy eyes that they give you, they get real up in your face. Let me demonstrate. They get really up close in your face, and they give you the little this. Look, they give you a little bit of this, right? They give you a little bit of this, and they go. They bat their lashes at you. Like that? Like that? Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. That only works on guys. That shouldn't work on a girl. That's only supposed to work on guys. Ranko looks at Riko with pleading eyes. Miss Riko, come with me, please. Let's try this path. I can see options that you can't. It's not as scary as you think it is. Riko looks at the elegant flower in her palm, and then slowly but firmly shakes her head. No, Ranko. You have no idea what you're doing. This will affect the entire trader collective. Nobody will be able to make money, and without money, we can't talk about survival or a future. Is that your answer, Miss Riko? The air suddenly runs cold. Riko's tail sags, and then it droops down tiredly. As promised, don't interfere with what comes next. I'm sorry, Professor. I thought I could persuade her. I'm saving this. That's not a face that you should be. She's lost it. Oh no. Miss Riko, I once thought that you were the only one like me. A trader who could consider everyone's predicament and think of a way to solve it. Ranko collapses onto the ground and clasps her cheeks, her eyes staring blankly forward. Oh no! Oh no! It's time to kick the fox. Guys, it's time to kick the fox. Made for kicking. Her once bright and intelligent pupils, now reflecting nothing but empty, chaotic shadows.
In the end, maybe we shouldn't be using this one.
In the end, it's still the same. It's just like how I could only leave by myself back then.
Black purplish cracks tear her body open as the virus sends out savage-looking tendrils.
And that's alright. As long as I arrive at the future first and clear a safe path for everyone, that will be enough for me. Even if that means having to step over Miss Riko's corpse.
Ranko's eyes slowly fill with tears, but her gaze is determined.
You will be the last traitor to go missing, Miss Riko. Leave the future to me.
This level of distortion has completely departed from the realm of being an agent. Do you think this is a form of evolution, Professor? Let's discuss this later when we have time. Very well. Right now, the star of this stage is this berserk traitor girl. Give your battle orders, Professor. Alright, it's time to kick the fox! Who do we have? Who do we bring? Let's bring Puzzle. Even though she's technically knocked out. Let's bring Puzzle. And we need a tank. Oh, I guess we could use Puzzle as a tank. Let's bring MDR. Alright, thanks, Logian. Guys, if you're in the chat right now, type in kick and fox. I need to go into the chat now too. I'm gonna time to kick the fox. Kick the fox. Let me pin that actually. It's time to kick the fox. Entropic Ronco. Releases a bolt of entropic lightning, deals operand damage. Dark Tide Bulwark, generates HP shield. Every ally unit that dies permanently increases the times Death Spiral can bounce. And summon owl statues. Alright, look at those. Her tail is not so fluffy anymore. Now it's got rocks sticking out of it. It's kind of spiky and kind of gross. Alright, let's just start it. An intense battle breaks out inside the gallery. Rico stands in a daze outside the door, listening to the sounds from inside. Professor, be careful. Please stay behind me and support us. Soul, don't rush so far ahead. I need to keep you guys safe. Relax, this is nothing. The familiar voice awakens her memories, and her thoughts drift to a faraway place. $9,000 dig coins for a single hairband? Is everything so expensive nowadays? Yeah, I'm sorry, man. It's that Bitcoin, it's that dig coin inflation. You know, supply chain issues and whatever. Hey, you get what you pay for. This hairband was made by a professional designer with a special formula. It can repair itself even if it gets broken. How about that? Perfect for a researcher who does dangerous work, right? Even if you say that. Alright then, I'll buy one for Sissy. Thank you, come again. I'm idle. The Helios sector agent leaves. Another mark in the bag. That hairband only costs 500 dig coins to import, right? Is it really okay to sell things like this? Hey, nobody forced her to buy it. Oh my god, blood-sucking merchant. But going on like this isn't good, right? Isn't it our responsibility to encourage the flow of operands? Our job is to encourage the flow of operands. But if we don't make a commission off of it, then what are we traders supposed to feed ourselves with? Eat sheep in the null areas? Eat sheep in the null areas. Oh god. No buts. Come on, I'll take you to the ecological sector for a barbecue. You know, your AIs need to eat too, you know. The AIs need bitcoins too. Although the manager there is really weird, she won't complain if we roast up a fish or two. You know, AI people need to eat AI fish at the AI barbecue. Out in the AI countryside. Traders have always been different from other agents. Traders all have the same functions. Even the youngest and newest traders can manipulate operands and move freely throughout sectors. Yeah, I'd like to try some AI barbecue. Right? Right, Solojin? Right, guys? Wouldn't you like to go have an AI barbecue in the metaverse? Maybe not the real metaverse. Maybe the HoloLive metaverse. Maybe that one will actually be good. Maybe that one will actually be fun to use. Therefore, we don't have blueprints for resets. Instead, we have randomly generated looks, personalities, and even names. After Magracy was disconnected from the real world, we couldn't generate any more new traders, and our friends gradually dwindled in number. Oh my gosh, I was just playing Elden Ring too, where the traders were being oppressed there too. Man, this is sad. I've pretty much figured out her attack pattern. Nishida, let's go. Leave it to me. This time I'm going to protect. Sorry to bother you, Miss Terranum. One of our trader colleagues went missing here. Did you... Get out. Don't be so mean, Terranum. We just wanted to ask. Get out! I have lots of work to and no time for chit-chat. Oh, that's mean. Gone missing. For traders, going missing is equivalent to death. Oh yeah, I guess they don't reset. Like the other AIs, if they die, they'll reset. It looks like traders don't reset. That sucks. Well, being rejected is a common occurrence. And that's how Terranum is. It can't be helped. Miss Reiko, before this Fujiko also, at the ecological sector. Don't make that face, Ranko. We can keep striving. Once we get into a superior position, those administrators will know how important it is to protect us. We're the economic lifeblood of Magracy, you know? Economic dominance is something that we can do with a wave of the hand, right? Miss Riko, this intense burning feeling that I can't quantify. What is it? Perhaps it's anger. Not good. She's using Puzzle's body as a shield. Can't you go back at such close range, Puzzle? You're the one who started the fight without knowing what the heck was going on, right? She won't let me past, Meow. Then you should stay out of the fight and go rest in the professor's arms. The income from this trade was 210,000 dig coins. You're amazing, Big Sis Ranko. You should learn this too. Then you'll be able to go and trade in more places. But lots of traders have gone missing lately, and the ecological sector won't let us in anymore. Is the administrator there mad at us? No. I'll go talk to her just like Miss Riko did. I feel like the metaverse barbecue would be burned on the inside and the raw on the outside. Yeah, right? Oh my god. I don't want to think too hard about it, you know? I don't want to think too hard about it. After the little trader leaves, Ranko walks up to me, and the forced smile vanishes from her face. More and more traders are going missing. No matter how hard we work, the agents in those sectors don't care if we traders live or die. Don't be so pessimistic, Ranko. Look at the dig coins we've earned. As long as we... Don't feed me that pie-in-the-sky stuff, Miss Riko. I saw how a trader went missing. She was hit by cannon fire from the Cyclops sector, and was instantly destroyed. We could ask the Sanctifiers. It's no use. They'll just say we deserved it, that we're weak. Ranko, we were born weak. This game is making me feel bad for merchants. It's making me feel bad for merchants. Oh no, Ranko's summoning new statues. No problem. I finally got my body back. Now the great puzzle will show you how to make proper use of artwork. Puzzles, Soul, get back. Huh? What? Whoa, what the heck is this? By this, they're talking about this thing. Her little octopus frog creature. Initiate all AI self-destruct routines. Let's have a big fireworks party. I guess art is about making explosions now. No. We won't change the way we're treated that way, right, Miss Riko? I'm going to find another way, by myself. You're going to leave the Trader Collective, Ranko? We traders are one. It'll be harder for you to survive without the group's protection. Don't be foolish, Ranko. I have always kept those words in my heart. But I promise you, I will not go missing for no reason like the other traders. And I will find a way to bring about good future for everyone with you. Even if you say that. Miss Rico, I've never gone back on my word, right? Therefore, let's have a pinky promise. Oh no, the pinky promise. They're just twisting the knife now. What am I supposed to do with you? Fine. On account of you being my most beloved understudy. Pinky promise. Make sure you protect yourself and come back alive. And after that, Ranko broke off contact with the Trader Collective. So she absolutely dies. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know about this story. I have not read the story. Maybe I didn't put spoilers. I should probably put a rule against spoilers. I don't know the story. I don't know it yet, so we're gonna find out together. To a trader, loss of contact equates going missing and death. Ranko was different. Even after going silent for so long, she always managed to come back safely every now and then, with big hauls of profit in tow. I believed in her, and I believed that the promised future was that we were working towards would finally come. But then when she had become like this? Had she become like this? Rico curls her little finger. The person who made a promise with her is now fighting the exiles. The only thing her finger is hooking onto is emptiness. Is this the future we agreed on? Ranko, you are my most precious understudy, and I've always looked forward to protecting the future of all of the traders with you. But why? Why is everything that's happening now nothing like what we were describing at all?
Yokatta. Minasan go buji desu ne. Sentou shūryō.
Three more chapters left. Now take my super move. Swift Lupus Crash! Now! After Nisita's heavy blow, Soul flashes in and scissors her twin swords at Ranko. Cough. Absolutely saw the parallels between the Fox Merchants and the Elden Ring. Yeah, right? Right? The oppressed class. Cough, cough. Ranko crumples to the ground. Soul pins her to the ground with her swords and injects the entropization suppressor program into Ranko's body. You've lost, Ranko. You still have a chance. You weren't the one behind this. If you just tell us the identity of the mastermind. I don't regret this, Miss Rico. Oh my gosh. Look at her eyes. They're purple. I like purple, but they're also empty eyes. And look at her tail. It's not mofu mofu anymore. It's all shriveled and spiky. It's not mofu mofu. All this was my choice. I knew this might happen long ago. Ranko closes her eyes, as though she's fallen into a deep sleep. Crackle. Without the entropy's interference, the electrical circuits go back to normal, and the gallery is lit up once again. Nishida and I will head outside to see what's going on. I'll leave this place to you. How did the diagnostic go, Persicaria? She used the entropy's special characteristics to seal off her tertiary layer. Professor, what's going to happen to Ranko? She put herself in a coma, basically. It's not my problem. It depends on the sanctifiers. I know that, but she didn't do it entirely of her own will, right, Professor? She said the Black Swan gave her the flower. And that flower's a seed of entropy, right? Maybe she can hand off the blame. Riko does her best to come up with reasons for Ranko to escape punishment, like a drowning man clutching at straws. She might have had her reasons for doing what she did, but this is just too grave. We may not be able to help. I turn to look at Eos. Eos looks down at Ranko, who's motionless on the ground, as though she's thinking of something. What do you think, Eos? She is silent and does not reply to me. Beep, beep, beep. The sound of the communicator breaks the silence. All the statues stopped moving. Have you wrapped up things on your end? Yeah, we're done. Can Omega be saved? Our negotiations with Ranko broke down and she has sealed off her tertiary layer. From the diagnostics just now, Omega is probably... Oh no! Oh no, Omega was a good guy! KTV Agent 1 was a good guy. He just got his lucky break to be a hero of a TV show, and he doesn't have to be a service for a karaoke bar. He doesn't have to provide service for a karaoke bar that doesn't have human clients anymore. He had a bright future ahead of him. Now he's... Can we just system restore him? We already tried that, but it didn't stop the entropization. In other words, his data blueprints may have been contaminated by the entropy too. If we want to prevent the entropization from spreading any further, then the only way is probably... Oh no. Omega was a good guy. Persicaria doesn't finish her statement, but everyone present knows what the answer is. Completely deleting an agent, leaving them unable to be reset, is like ending an agent's life. What's the matter, Eos? Eos does not answer. Instead, she looks up at the sky above the gallery. A faint trembling comes from the distance, and a shield that sparkles with starlight is instantly deployed overhead. Right after that, an ear-shattering crash explodes out above our heads. Boom. While the professor is talking to Meryl, Sol and Yoshida are walking on the streets outside the workshop. The festival is over, but many agents are still hanging around. Some of them are still imitating the mysterious warrior's punches and kicks, while some of them excitedly discuss the plot. Even without background music, the mood is still very festive. I need so much water. Seeing all these agents makes me think that our previous efforts were meaningful. Then we can bring everything that happened just now to a conclusion. Just being able to say that feels very surprising to me. Well, with Professor's plans, and us carrying it out, no matter how many dangers come, we'll be able to handle each and every one of them. Soul pumps her fist. It would be better if we could bring Omega back, though. As for that, we'll have to leave it to the Professor and Persicaria. Huh? What's that flying overhead? A shining golden streak soars over the horizon, and through Burbank's inky black night sky, approaching with the speed of a comet. Sui-chan wa kyou mo kawaii. Oh my god. Oh no. Suisei is always popping up out of nowhere. Guys, did you watch day 1 of HoloFest? Like 2 weeks ago? Because Suisei was not originally supposed to be in day 1, but she showed up halfway through the concert for a single song in the middle of the song. And then she fucking left out of nowhere. Crazy girl. She wasn't even supposed to be there. This path, is it going to fall in the workshop? What is that? A comet? I don't remember anyone arranging a sideshow like this. No, that's not right. The golden radiance is almost upon them. However, layer after layer of sparkling barrier blossoms above the gallery. The entire building looks like it is shrouded by a galaxy, instantly becoming a sphere of flowing light. Boom. As the massive explosion echoes through the air, the night sky is burnt to a dull red. Like sunset, the defensive barrier crumbles under the massive impact, reduced to motes of starlight that fade away. Crap! The Prof and the others are still inside! Let's go back and see. You didn't see it? Ah. Oh. You should really go check it out when you... If ever... Yeah, I think the what was it? The archives for it are up. Now, I know the HoloLive festival tickets are kind of expensive, but I do recommend you, if you can, to check it out. It was a really good concert. The two of them rush toward the gallery's main entrance, but they find that the entire place has been surrounded by a magma-like barrier, preventing them from going in. Damn, what the hell's going on in there? It's not over yet. The once sturdy roof has a huge hole smacked through it, revealing the pale red sky overhead. However, nobody is in the mood to admire the beauty of the starry sky, and neither are they inclined to tear about the interrupted transmission. All that is because of the uninvited guest who suddenly descended upon us. A sanctifier floats in the sky. The surrounding buildings have been disintegrated by his crimson offensive operands, and they continue breaking down slowly. Professor, please be careful. The uninvited guest looks down at us and almost immediately raises his hand. Daemons! As he says this, Eos immediately steps in front of us. Clang. There's a flash of firelight before us, and then it clears away. Do not strike in haste, Hesperus. Things are not as they seem. Hesperus, is this the other leader of the reverse tower? Hey, he's got tattoos too. He's got tattoos too. I don't know. Just like me. Oh my gosh. We're also both clad in white. Oh my gosh. Hey dude, what's going on? How have you been? Upon being addressed by name, Hesperus puts his weapon away for the moment and furrows his brow in disgust. Disgusting. Chaos Force What are you doing in that form? Have you been playing house for so long that you've forgotten your own status? Eos? Question mark. I have things of my own that I wish to do. What is it that is worth ceasing your pursuit of Eucharist and stopping by here? And using a neural cloud projection like that? Hesperus is clearly very, very anti, you know, you know, Eos, or should I say Eosphorus. I look at Eos, or should I say Eosphorus. She turns around, as though sensing my gaze, and smiles at me. Should we not eavesdrop on the internal affairs of the reverse tower? What happened to Eucharist? You are very fond of Eucharist after all. These daemons must be the ones you mentioned in your report. The ones who got along well with Eucharist. Did you just call me a daemon? Were you pursuing them? No, listen to me, Hesperus. These irregular agents might be able to work with the reverse tower. What nonsense are you speaking? You know, Hesperus is seeing his partner, his work partner, his coworker, dressed in drag, and he looks on in disgust. He's just like, Pih! Pih! Disgusting. Why are you dressing in drag? That's kind of gross. That's kind of messed up. Why are you slacking off from your job, huh? The work of Reverse Tower is sacred, and above all other concerns. How could we allow the daemons to stain it? Remember what I was talking about how the antivirus, they act like crusaders. They're religious zealots. Well, this guy is their leader. All work and no play. How dull, right? This guy doesn't know how to have fun. You know, he should dress in drag once in a while. It might feel really good. Did you know the entropics have appeared all over Magracy while you were manning the border battlefront? Will the second mass outbreak be upon us so soon? It isn't a complete outbreak yet, but it won't be long now. Last time you wiped out all the irregular agents and suppressed the entropic outbreak, but that led to many sectors harboring resentment against us. And what of it? Daemons must not be permitted to exist, let alone the entropy. We should not tolerate the existence of any potential hidden threats. I understand how you feel. Entropization leads to agents becoming more active and surpassing their original parameters, even demonstrating neural cloud levels which do not conform to their initial settings. And they will continue to evolve, develop, consume operands, and develop into new individuals. Thus, you insist on destroying all irregular agents. You cannot tolerate the existence of any unstable elements in Magracy. Gotta say, I really do love his aesthetic, though. I love the shield wings. I love the tattoos. I love the sword. Pretty cool. I love that gauntlet. It's pretty nice. And I love whatever this is. Whatever this is, it looks nice too. Since you know this, then why do you insist on protecting these daemons? He's hot. Yeah, he is hot. He is hot. For one, they've not been entropized. Yet they have disturbed public order. For another, you ought to know that several sectors have deployed the sandbox mode. This is a technology which only these dolls from outside have mastered. Once this program is run, we will not be able to interfere with matters within the sector until their operands run out. So you wish to talk terms with these bands with this band of daemons who have activated the sandbox mode. Don't say that. You and I both know that the Oasis isn't the only place which has done this. What? Eosphorus makes a shushing gesture and then looks back at Hesperus. Although Eucharist is on very good terms with these people, she has not fled to the Oasis. And the people of the Oasis have resolved entropy-related incidents more than once. That is a fact. In contrast, Eucharist has frequently triggered entropization of sector administrators and sanctifiers. That girl is probably using her good relationship with the Oasis as a smokescreen. Eucharist is triggering entropization? That's not important. What is important is, Hakuya, are you willing to cooperate with us? Will you take responsibility for those sectors with active sandbox modes, teach them how to fight the entropy, or otherwise help them? Of course, these sectors are all allies of the Oasis. Allies who look out and help each other. After gaining my approval, Eosphorus looks at Hesperus. You have always questioned the policies I have put in practice. Why don't you try watching with your own eyes this time? Perhaps I will have the chance to show you how effective all this is. Or perhaps I will witness your failure. Oh ho! Even if that is the case, we will simply have one more task to take on. One more task? You make it sound so trivial. Never mind, I'll be taking this now. Saying so, Hesperus pulls out the sword stuck into Ranko and tucks her under his arm. What are you going to do with her? I'm going to follow the vine. The vines? The vines? Isn't Vine a dead app? I'm going to follow the vine to the fruit and find the other high order entropics within Magracy. Please wait. Lord Hesperus, what did you do to her? Hesperus completely ignores Rico and looks back up at the sky, which has returned to the color of the night. Oh, it's very dead. Don't say that! Don't say that! The fox isn't dead yet. Yet. You'd better catch Eucharist soon. I don't want to have to return to the rear again to clean up your mess. With that, Hesperus spreads his wings and leaves. Wow! Wow! Who would have thought Miss Tour Guide was actually the leader of the Sanctifiers? This is so unexpected! This whole time? Eos was actually Eosphorus? Oh my god! Oh my god! Who could have known? It is an honor. Professor, the way you recite those lines is terribly boring. Well, you need to follow the act all the way through. So your real objective for this journey was Eucharist? Indeed, meeting you was just an unexpected gain. What has that wild child done now? I'm sorry, but the script will not permit me to reveal that just yet. In any case, the matter here has been resolved, and I ought to go find her now. Eucharist is actually another antivirus AI. I believe she's supposed to appear in Chapter 3. I have not gotten to Chapter 3 yet. In fact, I haven't even read Chapter 2. This event is technically Chapter 7. I want to say this is Chapter 7. This is either Chapter 7 or Chapter 8. We need to catch up. We need to catch up to the story. All I know is that Eucharist is really cute. I know you're looking for the agents that originally belonged to the Cloud Sector. Once the entropic crisis is dealt with, we might be able to lend you some assistance. But before that, we both face a most dire situation. Skipping ahead, well, this event is time limited. This event is time limited, so I need to read it before it goes away. I hope that you'll be able to help with the sectors with the active sandbox modes, which will make our partnership that much closer. And if I can't do that, then perhaps Hesperus will return. In terms of sheer might, I don't hold much of an advantage over him. Alright, here's to jolly cooperation then. Indeed. Saying so, Phosphorus extends a hand to me. While it might have been a little early to call us friends, I believe we have achieved a basic understanding of each other. Of course, I reach out and unconsciously take her hand. She smiles as we shake hands, but she does not release her grip right away. Instead, she lifts my hand and lowers her head. A faint prick, like an electric shock, races down from my fingertip and courses through my entire body. Yeah, whoa. Yo, yo, yo. Am I, guys? Am I in? Am I in? Guys, are we in? Are we in? God, oh. We. Yes, Forrest's soft lips press against my finger, while her teeth mercilessly break my skin and pierce my flesh. Oh my god. I can feel the tip of her tongue licking at the wound. It's as though she's tasting me. Also, like she's looking for something. Yes, Forrest, you. Yes, Forrest lets go of my hand and licks her lips in satisfaction. Guys, we're so back. We are so back. Signature collection complete. I hope you enjoyed this method of interaction. From today onward, there will be a brand new relationship between the Sanctifiers and the Oasis. Now then, I believe we will meet each other again very soon. Casual sadism. Yes, Forrest chuckles, and then takes a half step. A moment later, she has completely vanished from before our eyes. Professor, are you alright? Prof. After Hesperus and Forrest leave, Sol and Nishida rush in. There was a special barrier outside just now. We had a hard time getting in. Thank goodness you're both okay. What happened? What happened? It's like this. This really hot guy crashed into the ceiling, threatened us, and then left with the coma fox. And then the tour guide called Eos, who was actually the leader of the antiviruses, the Sanctifiers, yes, Forrest. She took the professor's hand and then bit his pinky and then started gnawing down and licking his blood. It was wild, guys. You should have been here to see it. Persicaria briefly narrates Hesperus' arrival. So that's what it was all about. Nishida, you should head back. It'll be safer there. Just then my communicator suddenly goes off. It's a message from Antonina. Sorry, Professor, but you're going to have to cut your vacation short. Hannah contacted us and said that the Rosum sector is being subject to a large-scale entropic invasion. They need the Oasis to send a team over quickly. The starry sky grows dark. At some point, the clouds have already gathered over our heads. Damn, that was kind of hot. That was kind of hot. I need to wash my hands. I need to wash my hands. I do not. I feel kind of dirty. I need to. Give me a moment. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I feel clean again. I washed my hands with soap. I feel clean. I feel fine. I feel clean. I feel clean. I think I'm not bleeding anymore. We're good. Alright, the last part. Stage. Professor, have you ever wondered if all of Magracy is just a giant stage? Sometime later, Meryl personally comes to visit the Oasis. I'm much obliged to everyone in the Oasis for their help with the festival. Did the shirtless guy and the sadist lady make you feel that? Yes! Yes, they did. They did. You could see the man's armpits. Oh no! More armpits! No! I don't have an armpit fetish. Okay? The other day, I was talking to a VTuber named Yushikun, and we were talking about our favorite Tohos. And I'm like, wait, you can figure out people's personalities just by their favorite Tohos? And he's like, yeah. For instance, if you like Reimu, then you have an armpit fetish. Because I told him Reimu was not one of my favorite Tohos. And so he just blurted out, oh, so you don't have so you don't have an armpit fetish. Hakuya, you don't have an armpit fetish. I'm much obliged to everyone in the Oasis for their help in the festival. Protection work is my job. Even if you say so, the fact is that you did help the Burbank sector out. They hear that you've been looking for dolls who were originally from the cloud sector. Surely that must be a gigantic undertaking. If they find their way to the Burbank sector, I'll make sure to contact you in a timely manner. Can I take that to mean that our performance met with your approval? Of course. Even the harshest critic would have to admire your resolve. In the future, any requests that the Oasis makes of the Burbank sector will be treated with the highest priority. Thank you very much. However, there's one more thing I'd like to ask you, and I don't know if answering it would be convenient for you. Go ahead. Were you once a doll too? Okay, so for you guys who don't know, dolls are basically robots in the real world, civilian sector robots that have personalities, and a lot of those dolls had their AIs uploaded into this server. But they're still dolls, so they have AIs in orders of magnitudes greater than the regular AIs in this sector, so, or in the server. So like regular AIs that only exist in cyberspace, only exist in this server, are called agents. But dolls are AIs who have real bodies in the real world. Were you once a doll too? ... Yeah, were you a... Because you're supposed to be the sector administrator. But instead of doing administrating, this whole time you were writing scripts and directing a TV show. Does that mean that you were a director robot? A director doll in the real world? She goes silent for a while, and then she nods. You know what that means? You know what that means? Player characters are dolls. That means we get to recruit her in the future. Heck yeah! Haha! I'm so happy about that. She's gonna be a player character. I can roll for her. It's great. I love it. I can't wait to hear what her voice sounds like. Ace Forrest must have told you about me, right? Well, it's no big secret. It's true that I was the star of that story. Heck yeah. We get to have the hot mommy. Damn. Hell yeah. Damn. Hell yeah. This is great. I don't know how many years I have to wait, but she's gonna be a player character. This is great. I love this. Supposedly, this incident made big waves in the White Zone. Because I know the administrator in Chapter 1 is actually a playable character you can get in the future as well. Except they gave her some buffs when she became a player character. And that character really is a mommy, though. That character really is a mommy. Like, she had like 1,600 aborted children is a joke. Because the AIs she was developing, her job was to develop AIs. The AIs she was developing kept on getting deleted by the sanctifiers. So that one was actually a mommy. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it in the stream. It's actually in my stream, my first two Neural Cloud streams, because that comprises of Chapter 1. You can actually read it together with me. Yeah, the first two streams I have on this channel. You can read about it together with me. You know, it already happened. The government announced that she would be arrested and scrapped on the spot. And the doll herself was prepared for such an end. Wait, that was Meryl? Meryl was the doll who fell in love with a human and then murdered his business rival? And then murdered his business rival? That's crazy. That's kind of hot. That's kind of hot. That means she's a yandere. I'm into yanderes. That's kind of hot. The government announced that she would be arrested and scrapped on the spot. and the doll herself was prepared for such an end. But for some reason, she was not only not scrapped, but her neural cloud was extracted and uploaded to the cloud server. Hey! This is the type of girl that would kill for you. Guys, this is the type of girl that would kill for you. This is the sort of woman you would want to... This is the sort of woman you want in your life. The type that will kill for you. That will literally kill your rivals. Still, I don't think Just Forest made it that obvious. How did you guess? You're too familiar with the real world. From your knowledge to your manner of speech. I see. You truly are a strange person, Professor. You guessed it, yet you showed no emotion. You didn't show any hostility to me either. Loyalty is always a huge plus, indeed. What goes around comes around. If you respect me, I'll respect you. This Forest only told me half of the story. I'd like to know how it ends. I see, of course. I am willing to tell you. Back then, I used the disdain which humans had for dolls, and lured my lover's enemy onto the stage, where I killed him in front of a live TV audience. And what did your lover say? He was shocked. He said that he never once thought of making me do something like that. But how could I not do it? He was unique to me. My goal was his safety and happiness. See? Right there. That's some sound logic. She loved him. She wanted him to be safe and happy. So how could she not murder his rival? See, this is the type of woman you need in your life. Guys, this is the type of woman you need in your life. The one that has no hesitations about making you happy. Damn, that's a woman. This is a woman. I mean, she may be a robot. She might be a robot. But you know, to me, she's real. To me, she's real. She's realer. She's real than others. Were those your commands? Many people have asked that, but I simply loved him. I loved that unique life of his. No commands could change that fact. That's perfectly understandable, you know? AI love is still love. If overcoming and sacrificing something means to love you, means love to you, then I could have overcome my basic principles purely because I loved that man. Overcoming my programming was difficult. It isn't something that your human idealism could do. But for me, I simply wanted to help my lover. And then what happened after that? Just as I helped him, he helped me too. After I became a wanted criminal, my lover hid me in his lab. I tried to tell him to just hand me over, but he refused to do so. In the end, he found a compromise. He uploaded me to Backseating, which was about to be disconnected. To me, being uploaded was no different from being destroyed. I would be parting with him either way, and I would never see him again. Aww. I couldn't understand why he would go to all these lengths just to send me to Backseating. Because I want you to live on, he said. But if I can't see him, I wouldn't be living. I would merely be operating. As long as you live, you'll have a chance to meet him again. He just wanted you to continue existing. That would have put him at ease too. Oh, these are both good. I don't know which one. These are both good things to say. I don't know. What would put her mind more at ease? Maybe the first one. It's a little bit cliche, but the second one is also really good. You know, he just loved you and didn't want to see you die. Yo. She's yandere, yeah. We have to give her hope. As long as you live, you'll have the chance to meet him again. Perhaps, if Magracy could reconnect to reality someday, then perhaps. And that is the end of my story. Everything I am doing now is simply to fulfill my obligations. There's nothing to be said about that. I have one more question. Go on. You said Magracy, which was about to be disconnected. Does that mean you knew Magracy was going to be disconnected? Indeed. This was a human project, and my lover was a part of it. And who was he? Which organization did he belong to? These are both good questions. Who was he? You can't say! Girl, I am trying to solve the mysteries of this place. I'm trying to fix this damn server, and you won't... Oh my lord. I take it back. I take it back. I take it all back. She is not the woman of all time. She is not based. She is not cool. She will never be a real human. And please don't think about trying to learn more about him from me. All the information related to him is bound up in my neural cloud. Not even destroying me will unseal it. Just then I recall something that Ao said about the Burbank sector. Perhaps all of Magracy Cloud Server is nothing more than a stage that was designed by someone. Inverted Mordent Resonance. End. Ah, that was such a good story! That was such a good story. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it so much. That was so good. That was so good. Wait, didn't we already unlock all the scenes? Yeah, we did. That was such a good story. Dang, what an right? What a good ending. Feel a little bit of marvelous mashup. Every time they include an event, they always put a little mini game. In this one, you combine these little icons. You mix them together until they combine, like so. It's pretty. How would you say this? It's pretty refreshing. Makes you think. Which part makes you think? The story makes you think, or this cute little game makes you think? And I feel bad about Omega, or KTV Agent 1. He finally got his big break, you know? He got away from his dead-end job, working at a karaoke bar that had no clientele, because the server was disconnected from the internet, so there was no more human clients coming in. And he finally got his big break, and then he fucking died. He got cyber AIDS and died. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. It shouldn't have happened like this. Guys, we need to find a cure for cyber AIDS. Truly. The story, it has so many interesting characters. It's fantastic writing, right? Please, if you like this, I implore you to check out my archives of the first 2 chapters. I also did the last event, Kuro's event, which is set in this same area. So a lot of the same characters are in there too. If you enjoyed it, I do recommend you. It would make me really happy if you if you watched it. I love this game so much. Let's mix more balls. Please don't take that out of context. I need to unwind by playing this ball mixing game. What do I do next? You go over here. How do I put? How do I get them over there? What do I? Maybe if I do this. I do this. Oh, no, that's good enough. Taking it out of context. Please don't take it out of context. I'm begging you. Don't do that. Don't do it. I'm begging you. Feels very different now seeing all these characters on these icons and knowing who all of them are now. Ronco, why did you have to do it? Why did you have to invite the space aids? Or the cyber aids? Everybody knows that's not the way you go forward. I'll put this over here. Put that there. Like playing mini golf. I actually do. I do enjoy mini golf. How'd you know? Is that obvious? Gosh, am I an open book? Come on, move! Get in there! That was... Oh my gosh. Right, alright. You go there. You go there. You go there. You go... I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. What's a Goth's favorite letter? Oh no, not the puns. Not the jokes. You know I can't deal with the jokes. Oh, they're just giving me all the cats, huh? Where do I go with this? And you go there. You go there. Ah, wonderful. wait. どうしたらいいのかなどうすれば Okay. We're getting somewhere, maybe. Actually, I don't think we're doing very hot right now. All of our balls are getting stuck. Oh no, I blocked it. Ah, no. It's a T. Oh. Why do you do this? Why are you doing this? Why are you terrorizing me? Oh hey, I did something. I don't know what I did, but something happened. Something happened. I don't know what. I don't know why. But something happened. Crap. No, no! I keep blocking myself off. This is not good. This is not good at all. This is very not good. Oh no, 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 no. Please, 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 please. Not like this. Not like this. Oh, hey, something happened. I don't know what happened. Something happened and then things happened. Until more things happened. I'm confused. So we'll just keep on wedging that over. Maybe it'll do a good thing. Maybe? Oh no, did I just fuck myself again? Oh no, did I just fuck myself again? Oh no. Oh no, I'm bad at puzzles. I'm bad at puzzles. Wait, どうしたらもうわからなくなっちゃった。Alright, done with that. Were we supposed to roll for someone? Okay, so we have a little world map here. So this is where we are, the oasis at the very middle of the server. And so each chapter is actually its own server, its own sector. So this was Rosem. This was chapter 1. Cyclops is chapter 2. We have not done that yet. So Rosem is the artificial intelligence sector. Cyclops is the military sector. Halos is the environment and energy sector. Enigma is the computer sector. And basically each of these sectors are places where multinational corporations put all their development in. Pieritas is the art sector. Copley, which was the last big event, was the ecology sector. It's basically an ocean area. I haven't read it yet. I just played through the stages. So I'm guessing the next big chapter will be here. I'm guessing this is where the next one is. Unless I'm mistaken. I don't know where exactly the entertainment sector is. But I believe this is the entertainment district. Burbank. And this is the reverse tower. This is where the antiviruses live. And this is the... I don't know what this is, but it's very spooky. It is very spooky. All the way at the end. I suppose this is where the game is supposed to end or something. Let's take a look. Right. I like this girl. She's a pilot. Her name's Earhart. So this is the oasis. This is our home base. And these are our dolls, our AIs. They're blocks, they're cubes, they're Roblox blocks. That's what they are. Each one of these blocks is an individual character. They all have unique color palettes. They're all Roblox blocks. I don't know which ones are which ones exactly, but they're all unique. When you first start off the game, you don't have a lot of characters, so there's very few of them wandering around your base. You also have a dormitory. Like most of these gacha games, you have a dormitory that you can walk around in. Like here you have this room with Kuro and Nanaka.
人気アイドルの名を背負うのは私自身それともこの体の方
Yes, that's what all idols think all the time.
そんなことで悩むよりも前に進んだ方がいいよね
Are people just interested in
全てを背負ったからには
the image of the idol that is,
私の歌声が世界に響くその時まで
you know, are people only interested in the identity that was formed around my marketing? Or do they actually care about me as a person? You know, they use these, you know, to talk about real problems, right? I find that really charming. Best not to dwell on these types of questions. Now that I'm the idol, I've got to keep at it until my songs can be heard all over the world.
今日はちゃんとお化粧してきたよ服もおニューなんださ今日の配信なんだけど教授に出てもらうことってできたりする
And Kuro's the live streamer, of course.
それじゃあその前にもっとおめかししないとね
You can read about Kuro's story in my previous streams. Her whole thing was that the entertainment company, oh crap, I'm forgetting the name. The entertainment company that made her, they spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to develop the ultimate live streamer robot, right? Yes, her gun is a keyboard. They spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to develop the ultimate live streamer robot. They gave it the best meme and language and emotion emulation and recognition algorithms, you know, so she could always speak the latest language, have the latest memes. Right? They trained her for months, her AI for months, and then when they finally booted her up for the first time, she dropped the F-bomb on them. Not the F-bomb you're thinking about, like, you know, but the F-bomb that is actually like really not allowed anywhere, not even on the internet, right? That F-bomb. The one that will get you canceled on Twitter. That's the first thing she did when they booted her up. Their mistake was hooking up her to memes. That's what they did. They trained her on all the internet memes. And what they got was the 4chaner. What they got was a shitposting 4chaner. And her whole backstory was that they tried to operate her in a clean company like HoloLive, where she wasn't allowed to swear or say anything controversial. And she always had to read off of a script. And so her streams sucked. They were so bad. Because they weren't letting her do what they designed her to do. And because her streams got so bad, they got so few viewers, the company decided to just cut off their losses and sell her. But the good thing is that her manager decided, you know what? I'm gonna go into, I believe in you. I'm gonna go all in. So her manager took out a massive loan and bought her from the company when they were deciding to dispose of her. He bought her, and he or she, I don't know, her manager bought her and let her go indie, basically. And they were homeless for a while. But when she became indie and she was free from the restrictions of Hololive and maybe even Niji Sanji, when she was allowed to be the full memer she was always meant to be and throw all the profanity she wanted, she ended up becoming a really famous streamer. And that's her backstory. She was a failed streamer until she went indie. I like that about her. She's really great. She has a lot to say about streaming and shitposting and how people's attitudes are online. Some of these rooms are not really furnished yet. They still have cardboard boxes. Don't ask why there's cages here. Don't think about it. Don't think about it too hard. It's like that AI learning bot they plugged into a 4chan database to post, and it became racist. Right? It didn't happen just once. It happened to many AIs. They put them on the internet, and then the AIs became racist.
考え方も単純だから。それに、あの子たちが少しずつ成長していくのを見ると、満ち足りた気持ちになるな。
This girl, Imhotep, she's a veterinarian robot. She's pretty cool. I like her. She shares the same voice actress as the streamer doll I was talking about earlier. Before, I didn't know her voice actress could make such a sultry voice. Because Kuro's, the streamer's voice is very shrill, right? We can go back to it, right? Where was she? Like, listen to her voice. It's incredibly shrill and annoying. That's how she was designed, to be shrill and annoying.
今日はちゃんとお化粧してきたよ。服もおニューなんだ。あのさ、今日の配信なんだけど、教授に出てもらうことってできたりする？それじゃあその前にもっとおめかししないとね。
Same person. And Japanese seiyuu are amazing. Japanese voice actresses are amazing. Crazy. And my furniture is not very up to date. You can get some wild stuff like this. It's great. I love it. If only I understood more than 5 words in Japanese. It's fine. As long as you find what they're saying cute, that's all that matters. Right? That's all that matters. It's just a shame that I can't put myself on that ride. I can only put the dolls in there. そうなんですね。Alright, there's still a little bit of reading I want to do pertaining to Nashida and Puzzle. So, when you... Earhart, shut up! When you... Earhart, shut up! Stop talking! Oh my... She doesn't stop. Yeah, those are fun. I like them. Those seats that you ride on, they drop, they go up and down. Those are fun. So as you increase the intimacy, just like in Arknights, you will unlock their backstory. So here we can read about Nashida. She is a Cybermedia. That's the company that focuses on entertainment robots. Her vocation, tokusatsu actor. And here's her model number, CM Act TS. So act probably action star. TS is tokusatsu. CM is cybermedia. She has a birthday, 3rd of November. The CMX-TS is a custom-made doll model by Cybermedia, tailored to the requirements of Japan's Nane Kabushiki Kaisha. Kabushiki Kaisha. It's not Kaisha, it's Kabushiki Kaisha. They fucked up the translation here. Japan's Nane Kabushiki Kaisha with respect to filming tokusatsu shows. Nane is probably a parody of Toei. So, you know, Toei, I believe they own Super Sentai and maybe Kamen Rider now. I'm not exactly sure, but Toei is a big name. They own Dragon Ball too, if I recall correctly. Compared to normal actress dolls, CMXTS is equipped with special motive modules to meet the needs of high difficulty stunts and special effects shoots. While its database contains many tokusatsu works to help it get into character. Nishida has taken part in filming of many classic tokusatsu productions, such as Night Ranger and Yoroider, playing the role of many villains that have a firm place in the hearts of many. Near the end of her acting career, Nishida was selected for Project Neurocloud as an outstanding representative of a thespian doll. And so she was uploaded. And now we can get more of her backstory. There's so much. Perhaps it was because she was preloaded with large quantities of tokusatsu material that she developed a strong sense of righteousness from the moment she opened her eyes. Having responded immediately to an accident that occurred at the site of her awakening. According to a witness who was working at the scene, Nishida activated her motive modules without first running her tuning programs and ran the risk of blue screening. Ultimately, she subdued a malfunctioning doll and performed a great service for the public. This sense of justice carried over to her work. Although her original buyer refused to let Nishida play a heroic role due to their mistrust of doll actors, and even returned her to cybermedia. Nishida's passion and desire to be a hero of justice never faded away. After being purchased again, she started from an extra and gradually won the approval of others through her honest, earnest, hardworking attitude and outstanding performance. Whether she was a mob who would be defeated in one hit or just a passerby in the background, Nishida diligently played her role to the hilt and perfectly portrayed her character. Soon Nishida landed her first major role, which was also the turning point of her acting career, the villain Lupus. And I'm guessing this costume is the costume of Lupus. Where's the thingamaboober? This. I'm guessing this is the what Lupus is supposed to look like. It's pretty cool. She's got rollerblades on her heels. I like the design a lot. Let's continue reading. Nishida was originally stated to take part in the screen test for the lead character Tatsumi from Yoroider 777. But during the process, the director discovered that nobody could properly control the rollerblades of the main villain Lupus's costume. Nishida, however, with her motive module's outstanding performance, was a perfect match for their needs. Thus, the screen test met with an unexpected success. During the show, Nishida completed a complex fight sequence while wearing a form-fitting black outfit and rollerblades, driving the audience wild. Meanwhile, her signature line, "Your end has come, Yoroider!" made Lupus one of the most iconic tokusatsu villains and found its way into many clip shows. However, Nishida did not want to be typecast as a villainess. She believed that she could be a proper hero and worked twice as hard to that end, only to end up adding more and more antagonist roles to her CV, earning the industry nickname of professional villain. Oh no! She tried so hard and got so far, but in the end it didn't even matter. All it did was get her typecast more. In order to keep things fresh, actors were swapped around at blinding speeds. And changes in the movie industry led to a shift in tokusatsu shows. Thus, Nishida ended up getting fewer and fewer roles, even though her skills had not deteriorated. In the end, she never managed to get a heroic role, even when she was chosen to join Project Neurocloud as an outstanding example of a thespian doll. This happens all the time for real actors. They try really hard and they get tons of work, but they just get typecast. And it's really hard to break out of the typecast rules. Especially like The more famous you get, the more likely you're gonna get typecast, right?
ごはん特撮ドラマを見るのは特撮俳優としてのたしなみであって。教授も好きなのか？やった。特撮好きに悪いやつはいないんだ。教授はどれが好き？私は覆面ブレイダーモンスターが一番かな。敵と味方が同じ出身って設定が最高だと思うんだよね。特に48話の昨日の願いと帽子と掴む腕がもはや神回だったし、それに私の主演作が見たい？いややめようよ。だって私はその出演作が多すぎて、それに
Oh no.
主役なわけじゃないし。
She's embarrassed that she was never a hero. Damn. That's cute. That's really cute. That's really cute. You want to know what my dream is? Let's turn up this. I feel like it's not loud enough. Turn up the volume.
私の夢？もちろんヒーローを演じることだ。なんでヒーローなのかって？教授、今日はやけにしつこいな。なぜならみんなの夢を守りたいからだ。愛と希望を胸に正義のヒーローが必ず守ってくれるとみんなに信じていてほしいから。だから私の夢はみんなの夢を守ること。ああ、ごめん。つい興奮しちゃった。
Oh my god, she's so precious. Guys, she's so precious. My dream is to protect other people's dreams. Oh my gosh. That's so precious. Even outside acting, Ashida also places high demands on herself. Her excessively serious personality makes it hard for people to approach her. She made up a set of several dozen rules for daily living for herself, including things such as no eating while walking, always give your seat on public transport to the elderly, and so on. When asked about this, she replied, "Tokusatsu shows are meant to give kids dreams, so we need to set a good example at all times, even in daily life." However, a friend of Nishida revealed that her personality would undergo a dramatic change under circumstances. She's like a total Chun-Li, right? Last time I saw her climb up a tree to save a cat, and when she touched down on the ground, she even struck a pose and yelled, "I'll change this tragic fate with my own hands!" Whereupon a passing kid went, Big sis, that was kind of cringe." I heard that after that, she covered her face and fled to a corner of a roast meat store and stuffed her face in despair all night long. Oh no. Aw, she's too good. She's too good. She's too outstanding and good for her own good. A sculptor who just happened to be passing by self-declared while out gathering inspiration. It was Puzzle. It was Puzzle. Wow, Puzzle, you're so mean.
この衣装について知りたいのか？他の人には秘密だぞ。これは私が演じた中で一番の人気キャラクター、ループスのコスチュームだ。でも彼女はヒーローじゃない。敵の狩猟なんだ。主役らしく改造してはみたけど、未だに子供たちには悪者呼ばわりされてる。バカみたいだろ。私はずっとヒーローになりたかった。それなのに悪役でしか必要とされていない。かっこいい？そんなこと言われるのめったにないな。ありがとう。ループスを好きでいてくれるファンたちもそう思っているのかな。
No, it's absolutely cool. What are you talking about? Of course it's cool. And the kids who call you kids kept on calling you baddie, but yeah, you're cool. You know, villains have to be cool, otherwise we wouldn't like seeing them, you know? The hero wouldn't be very badass if he didn't have a worthy rival, right? Nishida, who has a complicated opinion of Puzzle, who was awakened at the same time as herself. She often mentioned her while talking to her manager. I hardly ever get off days and had to spend mine visiting one of her exhibitions. Those sculptures, there's no way they could make people happy. The tickets for the new exhibition sold out in an hour. The fact that she can do whatever she wants, yet sell so well, is the only thing I envy about her. Puzzle came by to visit today. She said she was delivering an item, but the truth is she just came by to laugh at me, right? Still, the stuff she says makes a lot of sense, even if she is a bit of a pain. Superheroes and program righteousness. I'd have never considered such things by myself. However, Nishida's attitude towards Puzzle changed tremendously after visiting a certain exhibition. Her manager says that Nishida helped with the venue maintenance well into the night. When she returned, she had a terrifying look on her face that she'd never seen before, and angrily declared that she never wanted to see Puzzle again. Little did she know that on the day she joined Project NeuroCloud, she would see that sculpture knife-wielding doll once again in the lab, and stop her from trying to give her the instruments a makeover. Oh my gosh. Puzzle was trying to vandalize the equipment. People like cool heroes, but everyone loves a great villain. Exactly, right? Exactly. A story is not good without a good villain.
あらゆる不幸な運命はこの私が変えてやるってまた教授に見られた。どうしても特撮ドラマで見たセリフを言ってみたくなるんだ。そのせいでよく変人扱いされてる。気をつけるよ。情熱を感じる？励まされる？本当に？やった！他のセリフもあるんだ。もし教授が私の演技にアドバイスしてくれるなら、世界に光ある限り、私は永遠に不滅だ。
Oh my gosh, she's so precious. She's so precious. She's so precious. These are the types of people you want to be working on your children's shows. You know? These are the types of people you want to work on children's shows. Just all that passion. After coming to the Oasis, Nishida's warm and sincere personality won a great deal of praise from everyone. She earnestly completed her assignments, and never overlooked others' difficulties. She hoped that she'd be able to come closer to those heroes who shone in times of crisis through hard work. However, Nishida comes off as highly reserved in social interactions, insisting on using formal language when interacting with most dolls, and rarely speaking about her previous roles. Every now and then someone will mention hearing someone delivering an impassioned delivery of some famous line, only to see Nishida fleeing the scene when they went over to see who it was. That's so cute. Fortunately, Nishida still has people in the Oasis who understand her. The Justice Friends have gathered. Let's showtime! Ho! Only we can stop you, wicked Puzzgoyle! Nishida kick! Searing Lion Slash! I'm just a passing actress, don't you forget it. From an Oasis security video. Note the camera was destroyed due to high temperatures and bludgeoning impact. The parties responsible have been identified and billed for it. Puzzgoyle. You know, a gargoyle, but made by Puzzle.
教授、実は私一度も正義のヒーロー役を演じたことがないんだ。どんなに頑張ったところで、私は悪役俳優でしかない。特撮業界も大きく変わった。企業はただおもちゃの宣伝になればいいと思ってる。わからないんだ。このまま続けるべきかどうか。どんなに強いヒーローにも仲間は必要だって？その通りだ、教授。孤軍奮闘できるヒーローなんて存在しない。それなら、私のサポート役になってくれないかな、教授。
Well, of course I will. Of course I will. You know? all those professional actors who play the heroes, you know, if they have to play the hero all the time, then who will be their hero? They need their support. They need their support groups, you know. Otherwise, they'll end up, you know, getting all depressed and stuff. And the writers really did their research on the professions, right? She's supposed to be an actor for a kids show, and they really did their homework, trying to find something that would be relatable and interesting and real to life. You hear about that gargoyle lifeguard? Oh no. No, I have not. He has a chiseled physique! Ah! Oh no. Alright, and we'll read puzzle too, since this is also her event. Let's see. Name puzzle, vocation, sculptor. Type ARSC. Company, Cybermedia. ARSC unit, known as Puzzle, was a bold experiment by Cybermedia in the creative field of sculpting. 42 Lab was heavily involved in the project and supplied much cutting-edge technology, fitting it with research-grade sensory modules with multiple photoreceptor arrays. In addition, Cybermedia also spent a great deal of money hiring several avant-garde artists to consult on the project, in the hopes of uncovering new possibilities in the field of AI creativity. I know a lot of people are getting really scared right now about how AIs are gonna take over the art world. And I just hope that we can go forward and not have AI destroy everything. I hope there's a way to move forward with this technology and not have hundreds of thousands of artists, or millions, who knows how many, tons and tons of artists of the world have their livelihoods taken away. Many restriction programs were removed from Puzzle's NeuroCloud module, which allowed her to demonstrate tremendous creative ability and an aesthetic sense that was far ahead of its time. As a result, her works won many prizes. However, after a certain exhibition, Cybermedia suddenly announced that she would be ceasing her sculptor career, and entered her into Project NeuroCloud. Oh, what did she do? I don't know about AI art. A bit more concerned about AI voice deepfakes. They're all together, you know, they all come together. Lots of places still do phone voice verification, that's true. That, you know, AI is not just going to impact art, it's going to impact everything, right? And this game, of course, makes a commentary on that. You know, how do you get far in the tokusatsu world when there's stunt robots everywhere who can do all the stunts better than you? The development of Puzzle was a particularly tortuous process. Dolls creating art had always been a nigh paradoxical program, and the draft for the project had not been able to pass even after a dozen or more iterations. Finally, at the behest of their consultants, the development team removed some of the base layer restrictions in Puzzle's NeuroCloud, which incidentally provided them with good simulation data. After repeated risk assessments, Puzzle was finally greenlit for production. Perhaps it was because of the many limiters that had been removed from her, but Puzzle had a bad character and exhibited confusing behavior. In particular, she held conventional values and ideas in contempt. She wants to shatter traditional values. When awakened, she directly skipped past the verification process and grabbed the nearby workers, asking them to provide sculpting tools for the newly born artistic genius. In the end, another doll had to step in to contain her outrageous behavior. That would probably be Nishida. As a result, the researchers had already flagged Puzzle as a developmental accident. So from the very beginning, Nishida and Puzzle were like right next to each other. They're inseparable childhood friends, as one might say. Puzzle as a development accident and began considering abandoning the project right as she booted up. They were already considering getting rid of her. However, the moment she came into contact with clay and a sculpture knife, she immediately produced her first piece. Cool. Cool. Based on the Venus de Milo ornament in front of her. Puzzle's understanding of and analytical ability astounded the artist present, who strongly and collectively urged that she be allowed to put into creating art. Despite her terrible personality, Puzzle remained extremely passionate about art. As long as the appropriate material and venue were present, she would immediately throw herself into the creative process. Consequences be damned. As a result, Cybermedia organized an exhibition tour for Puzzle, allowing her to pour her bizarre imagination into creative work. It was certainly better than letting her pour paint all over an art gallery balcony on a dark, stormy night. However, they soon realized the folly of their decision. At the first stop on her tour, the only thing in the vast exhibition hall was a small glass room, which contained Puzzle, wearing only a nightgown and covered in paint, cradling a broken electronic canary as she paced about, laughing maniacally as she carefully explained each and every display piece around her to the canary. To the canary? As night fell, she exited the room and declared that the exhibition's theme was explaining sculpture to a dead canary. Oh my goodness, modern art. Her outrageous performance made Puzzle a darling to art critics, and they dubbed her with many titles: the heir to Dadaism, the true postmodernist, and even the representative of post-correction neo-ultramodernism. What does that even mean? Post-correction neo-ultramodernism. Puzzle had no comment on all this, save to create a new work for each of those titles in the next stop on her tour, which she then personally smashed into powder and flushed down a custom-made giant toilet bowl. Oh my gosh. People praise you, and then you make a custom-made giant toilet bowl just to throw away their praise. Damn.
あちきの作品を見たいって？へえ、まさか彫刻に興味があったとはね。せいぜい堪能しな。どれも彫刻アート史上屈指の名作なんだからさ。はあ？時代を先取りしすぎてる？いつの時代も天才ってのは理解されないものさ。それが普通さ、普通。
It's like they found Kuro. You know, the writers were looking at Kuro and they're like, you know, this streamer girl is really annoying. What if we made her even worse? What if we made her even worse and they made Puzzle? Oh my goodness. At least Kuro can be kind of cute sometimes. Puzzle is just madness.
自称パズルの作品を理解してる輩は大勢いるんだわさ。でもそのほとんどが他人よりアートを理解してるって思われたいにわかどもに過ぎない。彫刻の前で写真撮って SNS にアップして期待をアピールする割に作品の名前すら知らないんだからさ。でもあんたが展示を見る時の目はそいつらとは違う。もしかしてあんたも戦士ができちゃうとか。ねえ、この作品をどう思うか聞かせてちょうだいよ。
Oh no, please don't ask me what to think about what I think about your art piece. I don't understand modern art at all, okay? I am one of those people who take pictures in front of sculptures, stick my little watermark over it, and then post it on social media. That's me. That's me. I don't understand anything about this piece, okay? I just want the clout. Puzzle's extreme behavior at each of her exhibitions caused Cybermedia to question and review the content of her creative work. After much negotiation, Cybermedia finally secured her cooperation under threat of downgrading her visual novel modules. Girl, if you don't step in line, we're gonna take away your processing power. We're gonna downgrade your eyes. After that, Puzzle held an exhibition that she called the bestest art exhibition ever, titled Puzzle's Pussies. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow, shapes and colors. Oh, crazy. Puzzle filled the exhibition hall with many cute cat statues. But just as the review committee breathed a sigh of relief that Puzzle was finally holding a normal exhibition, something happened which made them all go pale. Puzzle walked around the exhibition hall carrying paints of various colors which she used to dye the cat statues in various shades of hues. A reporter described it as what I thought of as cute statues had vanished, replaced by a mass of terrifying lines and colors, oversized distorted eyes and claws, as well as many other shapes which defied description. In an instant, the entire venue had become something from a schizophrenic's imagination. A further investigation revealed that most of the human audience experienced hallucinations, insomnia, chest tightness, nausea, and other symptoms, while some dull members of the audience reported shutting down. Cyber media decided that Puzzle was out of control and quickly ended the exhibition while stating that Puzzle's art was too avant-garde for current society before entering her into Project NeuroCloud. She made an exhibition that caused people to hallucinate, experience insomnia, chest tightness, nausea, and like faint. And her art is so extreme that it causes people to cease. She mind broke people, and she mind broke other robots too with her art. Just it does not compute. Which I guess is a little reference to this thing, which is shaped like Cthulhu. I believe that's one of the things about Cthulhu, is that those who bear witness to Cthulhu have their minds shattered because it is just so... the truth is just so horrifying. And so they decide to, you know, she's too dangerous for the world. We need to put her away before she kills somebody. What do I think about life in Magacy? It's not that bad. That dork Nishida is easy to handle. And the most... oh wait, why am I reading this?
マグラシアでの生活？まあ悪くはないね。ナシタのアホはどうとでも始末できるし、何より重要なのはデタラメなレッテルを貼りまくって適当なことを言いふらす自称専門家がいないって点だわさ。あいつらあちきの主催した死んだスズメに彫刻を説明する方法展を見て、あろうことか新ポスト超モダン主義修正派の代表人物なんて肩書きを押し付けてきやがった。完全に意味不明なんだけど。え？この子たちはあちきの作品それ以上でも以下でもないって？いいこと言うじゃんさ教授。決めた。次の作品は教授をテーマにしようっと。安心するんだわさ。パルタン星人にはしないから。
Please don't carve me into an alien. Please don't make me an alien. I'm begging you. Please don't make me an alien. Please, not me. Make it Soul instead. You know, make it Soul. Don't make it me. Because it's an existence we can't comprehend, and the sheer magnitude of Cthulhu's truth breaks your brain. Yeah, and I believe that's what her art does to people. Her sculptures literally break people's minds. Many people give Puzzle a wide berth due to her unique personality, but she has never been interested in social interaction, having been fascinated with creating works of art for many years. The sole exception is a performer doll known as Nishida. The staff could not understand it. After all, the two of them had not had any contact with each other, beyond being in the same place when they were awakened. However, Puzzle was nothing but disdainful to Nishida, the tokusatsu actress, even going so far as to voluntarily contribute props to her performances, just so she could go to the filming location to mock everything about Nishida, from her lines to her acting technique. Oh my god, that's a toxic relationship right there. Nishida's manager once tried to stop these unnecessary interactions, but he soon realized that Nishida's performances when smashing up Puzzle's props was exceptionally striking. Because Nishida was pissed at her, obviously. While Puzzle often supplies surprisingly useful criticism while arguing with Nishida, and so he tacitly allowed the relationship to continue. Supposedly, Puzzle had a huge fight with Nishida after the terrifying kitty exhibition, and chased her out of the exhibition hall. When a staffer worked up the courage to ask what had happened, she returned to her usual evasiveness and replied, "Something that's been overcarved loses its aesthetic appeal. I don't believe in taking in broken scraps whose original shape was indistinguishable." Basically, Nishida was telling her not to hurt people, and she was like, "How dare you? This is my art. How dare you get in the way of art? I am an artiste."
最近新しい展示会に加える作品を準備しててさ、よかったら見に来る？あんたにならあちきとは全く違った眺めが見えるかもしれない。そうだ、現実に戻ったらあちきを探しに来なよ。ビップカードをあげちゃうからさ。それ持って入場するといろいろ特典がついてくるんだわさ。特別に作品に触ったっていいんだよ。なんたって教授はあちきのフェイバリットゲストなんだからさ。
Oh my gosh, this girl is so easy. You just have to tell her what she wants to hear about her sculptures, and she'll like, "Oh, I love you. You're my best fan. Oh, finally someone who appreciates a true artiste." Long periods of creative work have made Puzzle highly adept at the use of color. Her unique visual modules mean that she can see far more colors than humans and ordinary dolls can, thus affording her a very unique view of the world and granting her the ability to uncover the chromatic links between objects. Puzzle insists that this is the truth only she can see, and calls it spirit sight, from a phrase she saw in a light novel. In a trashy light novel. So she's also a Chuni. However, spirit sight alone isn't enough to satisfy Puzzle's perception demands. She once ran into a creative bottleneck, and as a result, she was not overly resistant to being forced into Project NeuroCloud. Rather, it afforded her the opportunity to experience the weird and wonderful world of the cloud server through a different perspective, for instance, through the eyes of a cat. Her special kitty form not only rekindled Puzzle's passion for art, but even caused a spike in the Oasis' many urban legends. Many dolls have reported moving statues appearing at night in the Oasis, accompanied by creeping mewing. We suspect that these are caused by excessive stress, leading to redundant data accumulating in visual and auditory modules. We should consider taking action regarding, wait a minute, when did that statue appear? Oasis security log, serial number 011887AS.
着いた。教授知ってる？この世で一番の天才芸術家にも触れたくない領域はあるんだわさ。自分の限界が露呈しちゃうのが怖いのさ。でもマグラシアに来てあんたに会ってあちきは思った。そろそろ覚悟を決めなきゃなって。てなわけで、じゃじゃじゃじゃーん！期待の天才アーティストパズルの最高傑作を見事完成させたんだわさ。なんと教授のためだけにセッティングしたスペシャルギャラリーでのお披露目さ。さあ、その目には何が見える？やっぱりね。教授はあちきとそっくりなんだわさ。こうなったら 芸術ファンタジーに隠された究極の真理をあんたとあちきで観測しようじゃんさ、教授。
Please, dear God, no. Please, I don't want my mind to be broken by the sheer magnitude of the truth of your art. Please, I'm begging you. Don't do it to me. I don't want to die. So her voice actress is Rina Hidaka. I'll have to look her up later. Okay, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I don't believe there's a new character coming out soon called Helix, but I don't think her banner's open. Nope, it's not. All right. I believe that was all. Let's close this up. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I was able to finish off that story. I'm so glad I was able to finish off that story before the event ended. My sister Kuruko did it last week. Yeah, she did it 2 weeks ago and then last week. So she did 2 streams and she was able to finish off the story of this event. She also does a lot of Neural Cloud content, which is probably why we get along really well, because we were always nerding out about this sort of thing. I can't wait to talk to her about it now, actually. After finally reading the story for myself, I can't wait. I'm just gonna be in her DMs going like, Kuroko, this is so cool. This is so cool. Also, the fox was bad. How I should have kicked it harder. Why did you tell me not to kick the fox? Kuroko, oh my gosh. Nishida's so cool. Puzzle is such an asshole. Oh my gosh, the professor is so smart. Eos is a you know? She's kind of terrifying. I don't know if I want to have her bite my pinky again, but it was kind of hot too. But also, so was Hesperus. Hesperus was really hot. Indeed, kick the fox. This whole time, she was pretending. In truth, she was actually the evil one. Oh. That's kind of funny. For some reason, my chat overlay is not depicting the foot. It's putting the foot on the opposite side. Even though on YouTube it's proper. That's kind of funny. I wonder why it does that. I wonder why. So I'm probably going to continue doing these sorts of streams. So if you do enjoy these, please give me a like. Please subscribe to my channel. And follow me on Twitter. My social links are in the description. And I'll hopefully be doing these once a week. Yeah, many hot people, sadist lady, yandere lady, shirtless guy. Hey, he's wearing a vest. It's just that you can see a bit of his chiseled chest and his big, huge biceps. You know, his exposed shoulders. He is technically wearing a shirt. It's not very much of a shirt, but it is a shirt still. Vest man. Yeah, vest man does not sound as cool as shirtless guy, though. I will give you that. Shirtless guy definitely does sound better, doesn't it? I've been away from this game for too long, and I want to get back into it. As for what I'll be doing next, probably the next time I do a YouTube stream will not be this weekend, because I'm going to be visiting America. I'm going to be visiting America for the next weekend, so I will not be here to stream on YouTube, at least. So it'll probably be next weekend. But I will be on Twitch. Yes, I will be on Twitch tomorrow night at 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. PST. We'll see how quickly I can get things sorted out. America, nice. Have fun. I will have fun. I absolutely will have fun. America's gonna be pretty good. Right now is the perfect time for the cherry blossoms to bloom. So I hope I'll be able to experience some nice American cherry blossoms, if they have them. But once again, thank you very much for coming to the stream. I always appreciate it very much. And I suppose that is all. Good night, everyone. I hope I'll be able to see your faces again in the near future.